The recent tsunami in Japan will always be remembered for the devastation left behind in its path. And the catastrophe provides a critical and timely warning. Just across the ocean from where the tsunami struck Japan, the Quileute Reservation lies at the mouth of the Quileute River on Washington's Pacific coast. The Quileute have lived here for tens of thousands of years. Tribal legends testify to the profound connection and respect that the Quileute people have for the ocean that surrounds them. Today, as a result of the tribe's inclusion in the Twilight Saga, the Quileute have been thrust into the international spotlight. But the reality of the Quileute people is far different from what is portrayed in the Twilight books and movies. For over 100 years, the Quileute people have been restricted to less than 1 square mile of land surrounded by Olympic National Park. Pressed up against the sea, the tribal schools, offices, and homes are all in danger. The Quileute village of La Push lies just above sea level, and the threat of a catastrophic tsunami is real.
It's not a very safe place because we never know what's going to happen with the ocean and Mother Nature in itself. We don't know when a tsunami could occur.
When, not if, a tsunami comes, the devastation and loss of life in La Push will be horrific. Every day that goes by without moving the tribal facilities to higher ground increases risk to lives and property.
Being such a small tribe, you know, every life counts down here, and we need to make sure that we get everybody out safely, you know, quickly, expediently, to make sure that their life is saved. It's dangerous down here. I mean, we live right next to the ocean, right next to the river. If a tsunami was to hit, I mean, this lower village is going to be wiped out.
The main concern I have is that there's no escape route out the village, and if we ever have an earthquake here, a big one, I don't know if you're aware of the Cascadia subduction zone offshore. That could go any time, and if the earth shakes, the one road out of here, it's probably not going to be there, so we don't have an escape route.
That's the tsunami signal, that any time if there is a tsunami coming, that it will sound off. It'll let you know that there's a tsunami, that there will be a tsunami coming at any time. It's just drop everything and run, and the fastest way out of here. The kids getting on the bus, you know, they can only get on there so fast, and that tsunami comes faster, and then, you know, the kids lined up trying to get in the bus to get out of there. And I think that's the most important thing that I look out for, is the kids, of getting them up out of there.
I'm Al Zantua, and I'm the principal of Quileute Tribal School. Right now we're at the campus, lower campus, and we're pretty much right on First Beach. And this is where the students attend school. We have 80 students, K through 12, and right now they're housed on a building, the old Coast Guard building, which has been here for a number of years. It's a historical landmark, if you will, and that houses our administration. We have a newer building that is literally right on the beach here. Our emergency plan, our evacuation plan, is kind of scary at most. We have these students. We have 2 buses that we would load our students and our staff and head up the hill towards the Akalat. And as you head out from the village here, there's only one road in, one road out. So that gives us about 8 minutes to, as a safety window, to load the kids and then get them up to the top of the hill. It's tough, you know, to make the call to see if we could get out of here on time. It takes a lot of planning and, you know, during the drills, you know, we came awfully close to that, the mark where we would seriously be in danger.
The children, the elders, everybody down here is at risk because we don't know. And that's the problem behind it is, we do have some, mechanisms in place that will allow us to, get warned, but a lot of times these mechanisms don't work. We've had times when we're supposed to have the siren go off and it hasn't.
In recent years, the Quileute people have seen river flooding and extreme erosion along their coast. The high waters have destroyed traditional fishing and hunting lands. These maps show the erosion of vital cultural lands within the Quileute Reservation over the last 10 years. Sadly, there is no hope of ever recovering many of these ancestral lands. And there is great fear here that unless the river is properly contained, critical tribal infrastructure could be destroyed in a flash by a sudden change in the river channel.
The river is probably, we're looking at it straight across right there to those trees. And in the past, the river has came here. It has came through here. And it's just like Mother Nature bringing it back to its original course.
Until the historic Quileute land at Thunder Field is transferred back to the tribe and properly maintained, the lives and future of the Quileute people will remain in jeopardy.
Like Thunder Road, there's nothing there. The high waters we used to have is constantly eating away, the land there. Disappeared. Olympic National Park took over. And we have to fight and holler and scream and do everything, submit bills, just what they got recently. That battle's been going on for a long, long, long time, this Thunder Road stuff.
With a growing population and not enough land, the Quileute have been forced to build homes right up against the boundary of the national park.
I would hate to have my grandkids in that house. What would happen if one of these trees came down and fell on them? Could be sleeping in this house right here. That house is in danger of a tree coming over to hit it.
The tribe needs to reclaim their land in order to build new homes, tribal facilities, and schools that are safe from high water. For decades, the Quileute tribe has worked with the National Park Service to come up with a proposal that balances the interests of both the tribe and Olympic National Park. New tsunami protection legislation has recently been introduced to Congress and provides land transfers, easements, and conservation protections that have been approved by both the Quileute tribe and the National Park Service. The new legislation provides a way to right historical wrongs and protect the Quileute tribe from catastrophe. Failure to act will lead to the kind of devastation the world has just witnessed in Japan. The question is not if a tsunami comes ashore, but when.
If we want to save most of this of La Push, of what we got left here, I think that needs to take action right away. It needs to be, I think next year might be too late.
Every day that goes by without congressional action further endangers the lives of the Quileute people.
The challenges are great. The journey may be a long trail. The waters may get rough. The winds may blow hard. The storms may get bad. Yet we never want to see our community and our people living in danger. Please help us by supporting the land legislation for our community.